In this video, we'll look at the installation process for the RM-3 mount. The RM-3 consists of 3 tubes, a frame tube, a vertical tube, and a horizontal tube. To do this installation, you'll need your 3 tubes along with your tube socket, which will include the rot lock. You'll need the swivel joint with the indexing clamp. You'll need your quick shift joint, the red T-handle wrench, and the 4mm Allen wrench for adjusting the rotation lock. Let's get started. With all your parts gathered, we'll start by installing the tube socket. Now this tube socket has the rotation lock installed on it, which stops the device and the mount from rotating when installed onto the frame clamp. Use your 4mm Allen wrench to loosen up the side bolts of the rotation lock. And then you'll be able to rotate to find the location where you want to install the rotation lock. There's 2 smaller holes on the outer ring of your frame clamp. It can go in either one of those smaller holes. Then align the center bolt and begin to tighten the tube socket just a few turns. Next, you'll want to grab your frame tube. If you're not sure which tube is your frame tube, check your selection sheet or consult with your team who ordered the mount to make sure you're using the right tube here. The frame tube is going to slide into the tube socket and help to bring the mount forward away from any obstacles on the chair and give you a little bit more distance for where the device will be installed. Once you have your frame tube in, you can adjust the angle, and once you have your angle set, you can go ahead and tighten that center bolt. When you put the frame tube in, you want to make sure that you have some of the tube sticking back through the back side of the tube socket. And you can also then adjust the rotation lock bolts with the 4mm Allen wrench. Now your red T-handle wrench has a hole on the side of it that you can use if you need a little bit more torque on those to tighten them all the way and get more rotation on it. Now your frame tube's installed. The next thing you want to locate is the swivel joint. The swivel joint is made up of 1 tube socket and then the swivel joint component, and there's a bolt in the center that's used to tighten the components onto the frame tube. So you'll slide the tube socket over the frame tube and then rotate your swivel joint so that the black handle, when open, is facing the front of the wheelchair. Now with my red T-handle wrench, I can tighten the bolt in the center. And I also want to make sure that this isn't rotated along the tube. It's not facing the floor, it's not facing the chair, that those pins are really facing straight up and down toward the floor and the ceiling. With that tightened, I'll now grab my vertical tube. This is going to bring the device up to its height, and I'm going to slide this vertical tube down through the swivel joint, again, so that about 1 inch of the tubing is coming down below the swivel joint. And then I can close the black lever to hold that in place temporarily. Next, I'll grab the indexing clamp. And the indexing clamp has 2 holes drilled in and a long slot on the bottom. This will be used for the swing away function or to put the device into 2 different positions when exiting the chair. So slide this down over top with those slots and the holes facing downward. And I'm going to align the longer slot with the silver pin and drop it on. Now if I'm using the swing away option on the right side of the chair, I want to rotate this fully counterclockwise before tightening with the Allen wrench. If you're installing on the left side of the chair, you'll want to rotate it fully clockwise before you tighten it. So with this one on the right side, rotated fully counterclockwise, I'll tighten that collar right onto the vertical tube. And now when my lever is open, the tube can't fall through. This holds it on. I'll close that back up and locate the quick shift joint. So the quick shift joint is essentially 2 tube sockets with a large black handle on it. And when I install these, I typically install it so that the handle is facing away from the individual in the chair. And that makes it easy for caregivers or anyone who needs to make an adjustment to come in and make the adjustment without having to come behind the chair. And it also makes it so that if the individual does have a tendency to play with the handle, it's facing away, it's harder for them to get to it. So you can slide this on with the tube socket that's closer to the operator of the chair, facing on the vertical tube, and the one that's facing the front of the chair with the horizontal tube. So I'm going to slide that horizontal tube into the quick shift joint and tighten. Now this lever here, the handle, has a feature that allows you to pull the handle out and rotate it freely without tightening or loosening the bolt. That way you can reposition it. So if you notice that when you get it fully tightened, the handle's sticking up and you don't like that, or it's sticking outside of the chair further than you want, you pull it out and then rotate, and it won't loosen your joint or be difficult to turn. So now that that's installed, we can look more at the swivel joint function of this. So if I open up that black lever, now you see that I can rotate the mount away. So if someone needs to make a transfer out of the chair, that makes it really easy to just swing that away. And then if you lift up and turn, it locks into a second position further out, but now it's locked and doesn't turn anymore. And if I lift up again and continue to rotate, it will lock into a third position. Now, if you're swinging this out with the device on the mount, you'll want to make sure that someone's in the chair. If no one's in the chair, you should remove the device first. And you can do that by just pulling this whole tube out and setting it aside. Take the device off, pull the tube out, have the person exit the chair. Then when you want to get them back in the chair and have use of it again, put it back in with the black lever open, spin it into the use position, and flip that black lever closed. So I mentioned earlier to make sure that this black lever is facing forward when it's open. That way, if you go through a doorway, it doesn't get caught and pop it open and become unstable. Now, if you left it open, you go through a doorway and it hits, it will actually close it for you. So it's important to have it installed in that direction. That's your installation for the RM-3 mount.